we started out, there was an IT club down there, and things came to things, and we got a bit bored, so we started a LAN, and Green Tube was born. Stupid name, yep. But yeah, that's what we've been doing. And what we try to do nowadays, we've slacked off a bit on doing the LANs. We try and help people like you guys start running your own LANs, because what's better than going to a place with your computer and playing a bunch of games is what I've always thought.
I would say nothing is more fun than playing computers with mates. It's one of the most fun things you can do.
So we're going to talk to you a bit about what we do, how you guys can do it. You guys interested? Do you guys like to LAN? Go to LAN parties, LAN games? Really, only a few of you like it.
We'll have to get them onto landing then, won't we? Get them up to the side of it.
Now, the thing is, when you're starting out, who here's heard of Respawn? SGL, up in Sydney. It's a Sydney one. Okay, now, how many of you are thinking you wouldn't really start out a LAN at 450, 500 people? Okay, you'd have to be pretty game to be able to do it, but we started out, no joke, with 20 people, and by the time we stopped doing serious LANs, we had, I think, what was it, 100 people coming to each LAN?
Yeah, about that, about 100.
Yeah, and that was down in Frankston. Frankston, yeah!
Yeah, right.
And literally, we've pretty much mastered the art of being able to run a LAN for $0. The last LAN we ran, we literally spent nothing to run it, and that was only, what was it, last month, was it?
Yeah, it was about last month.
That was last month in Patterson Lakes. Anyone here from Patterson Lakes? Yeah! Brilliant. You're going to yell yeah to everything, aren't you? We ran that in Patterson. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, it's great.
We ran that in Patterson Lakes, and that was the first one we had done in 2 years.
Yeah, around about 2 years, I think.
2 years, and we were able to get 25 people straight off the bat. The whole LAN cost us exactly $0 to run. And I kid you not. My number one tip to running your own event is learn to bribe. No joke. The first halls we got, we paid for them with, now don't drink alcohol, a slab of beer. First hall was paid for with a slab of beer. And we got that for, that's the hall that you can see on the screen now, I'm assuming. Yep.
That's what I call it.
Might want to cancel that video out. And we used that hall for about 4 or 5 years until the guy who owned the hall had to sell it off. And now we're down in Patterson Lakes, and we're getting that for free because we know a guy who works there, does volunteer work, and he's like, yep, use the hall whenever you want, here's the keys. So you can get away with it that way. Also, who here likes Aldi? Getting food for, Aldi's brilliant, isn't it?
Aldi is cheap and easy to go for. It's closest to it. Aldi, you can't beat it.
We literally, we charge $10 to get into the LAN, which, how much is Respawn up to now, 35?
Yeah, something like that.
35, and we provide you with bacon and eggs for breakfast, sausages and hamburgers for lunch, pizza for dinner, and if we're feeling rich, we get you cake for dessert.
You can't beat that.
And your drinks are all provided. Yeah. And we do that because we're able, through contacts and friends, this is the most important thing if you're going to run any LAN event yourself, contacts, people you know. People you know are better. Duct tape man here, he can make any hall OH&S cure. Know people who have halls, they'll do it for you. Their hall insurance will cover what you're doing. And all of that. The next thing is, if Mike's going to bring up a website for us, this is the Green Tube Lan website. You can figure out how to operate a Mac.
Yeah.
Just click a button. Get a website. Even if you're just starting, get a website. Why? Mike, jump into the next line. It's not that hard. He bitches like this. It's, Mike, can you load up Call of Duty 4 for a game?
Oh, come on. Call of Duty 4.
Okay, and scroll down. 2 fingers.
Stuff your 2 fingers.
Basic registration list. That's the only reason why you need a website. Now, for events, you don't have to code a big complex website like this. Believe it or not, there is software which you can load onto a web server completely free. The first one we used, Mike, can you bring up the DLC LAN website? DLC-LAN.com. It's not that hard.
Make me do work, God. Don't get enough.
I really should have taught him how to use a Mac before he came. Probably teaching him how to use a computer would have been good too.
Yeah, I know, I'm not that good at that.
I'm pretty sure that's the website. Okay, take a look how simply stupid this website is. I don't want to hide the comments on that, Mike. I think people get a bit rude on that.
Might be a good idea.
But seriously, that site there was... Exit off the site, Mike, exit off it. Just showing you, this is another LAN that we help out with, because we don't just run the LANs ourselves, we help out people who need the help for it. That was a basic, that was just a basic website that was coded up for them. For the simple reason is, you know who's coming, you can send them emails, SMSs and everything to remind them, pack up your computer, put it in the car, get down to the venue. And this is coming from someone here who remembers the big old CRT monitors, the big tube things.
Gotta love the CRTs.
How many of you could imagine packing one of them, a big computer box, keyboard and mouse, into a suitcase, jumping on a train, then jumping on a bus, then another bus just to get to a LAN? That's how much I love LANs. I've done it more than once.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're always willing to help out people. We've helped quite a few different LANs get a start. DLC, as we've showed you before, they were running for a bit, but they weren't very successful. They didn't have a model, and all that stuff. And the other thing that we try and help out with at LANs is, how many of you have been to a LAN and the whole thing has degenerated into people sharing Linux ISOs? I mean, Linux ISOs.
There's not much wrong with Linux.
I mean illegal software. Now they get it. We've actually figured out the way to get actual games played at LANs nowadays, because I don't know if you've noticed, Mike, but over the past 3 years, every LAN I go to, you have maybe 3 people playing a game and then everyone else is sharing Linux ISOs.
Yeah, that's how it usually happens. Everyone loves like sharing in Linux.
So we actually figured out, we call it the gamer lemmings principle.
Sheep.
You get 5 people playing a game, you'll get a whole room playing a game. How many of you guys are likely to play a game if you've seen someone else and they're having fun? Like, I don't know, who here likes Call of Duty 4? Modern Warfare 2? Quake? Yeah, I got a growl for it. Take that. We had a bet that no one would know what Quake was here. He owes me 20 now.
Joyful. I bet I'm an assault. Anyone
The way we found to do it is we organise before each LAN. We go, as I said, who wants to play Call of Duty 4? Who wants to play... Give me a game, Mike. That's not crap.
Battlefield 2.
Yep, StarCraft. I'll take StarCraft. What else? Give me more games. Team Fortress 2. All of those games as well.
Hey, Matt, Tron.
Tron, yep. Who likes Tron? Yeah, we got like
Can't beat Tron.
Don't say Counter-Strike to me.
How could you like Counter-Strike?
Okay, what we do before the LAN, as you can't see on this site here because we don't have them active at the moment, forums, we jump in there. You're creating a community when you create a LAN. You're a bunch of people together, everyone's going to talk to each other, you're making new friends and all that. Forums is a place for them to talk online. You've got to be in there even though you're running it. There's a lot of places where they'll start up a community and the community will take to it and then there's no input from the people who run it. We jump on there and we go, what games do you want to play at the next LAN? Then we go away, we tally up all the posts we get and we go, well, hey.
Usually GTA 4.
Mike wants to play Armour. Who here's heard of Armour?
Yeah, there you go.
You've actually got a few fans for that.
Yeah, Armour.
That means we've got 2 people who like Armour, and we have StarCraft. And we got about 10 people who like StarCraft, so StarCraft will go on the list. We publish this before the LAN. People can go and go, I need to get those games. They get there, and then you have, say, a group of me and these 4 guys here who look like they're pretty hardcore gamers here. Yeah, we'll jump down, we'll go, right, 10 o'clock, we're going to start playing this game. We start playing it. What happens if you see 5 of us playing a game? Who would want to play a game if I'm playing it? Who would want to play a game if DJ Mick's playing it?
Yeah.
Who would want to play a game of StarCraft if DJ Mick was playing it? Even less, yeah, that's not going good.
No, it's not.
So we'd get, theoretically, you've all gone, yeah! And then all of a sudden you have an entire room playing a game, which is quite entertaining when you're playing. I think we had a hack Fortress 2 serve. Yeah. Who here could imagine a 64-player Team Fortress 2 game?
That's a lot of fun playing 64 players.
Bloody good fun when you have 30 heavies running around in a game. Some bitch! So that there's one